Hey guys, my name is Nora Franch, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at CatholicMindsetCoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. We are reading from Voices of Recovery, January 23rd, because I turned to it, and that is my birthday day. So here we go. We became willing to start fresh with our higher power, asking ourselves what exactly we needed and wanted God to be for us and do for us. And that is from the OA 12 and 12, page 16. What do I need from my higher power? First, I need his protection from food. I have no other defense against it. Second, I ask for specific daily direction in my life. I may have to wait an hour, a day, maybe even a week, but I get the direction I seek if I stand still and listen. If I receive no direction, I discover later that my higher power needed me to stand still, either to protect me from going in the wrong direction or to keep me out of the way so things could unfold according to his greater plans. I feel comforted to know that he will protect me, even from myself, and that he protects us all and wants what is best for us. My higher power knows what is best for me, and turning the direction of my life over to him gives me the freedom and the serenity that are the cornerstones of my program. Thank you, God, for taking away my obsessions and fears and for directing my life in alignment with your greater plan. Whew! I'm not there yet. I don't know about you, but I want to be. I want to be there. I want to feel that level of trust. But here's the thing about program is that I can see that people who do have that level of trust in their higher power and belief in his goodness and like that he wants my greatest good, when I see people who are actually living that out, it inspires me to live that out. It makes me believe that it's possible. And it gives me like a role model, honestly, of what I want to aspire to be. And so I don't think that it's impossible because I see people doing it daily. And so that gives me the motivation that maybe I can do that too. Maybe I can be that too. This thing of willingness came to mind even just earlier today, that all we need to be is willing. Like there can be so much good in store for us, but we have to be willing to allow our higher power to guide us to it. And like it says here, we have to stand still long enough to be directed. And I don't know about you, but I find that really hard most days to sit and wait for the next right thought or action to come to mind. And even, what was it earlier today or yesterday? Yeah, I was trying to make a decision about something and I was hemming and hawing and I was like, oh gosh, what is the right thing? And then all of a sudden I was like, what do you think I should do, God? And then there's like this little party in my head of like, I remembered to ask. And then it was like, it's really hard to sit still and wait. So it is. So if it's hard for you, it's hard for me too. I really, really appreciate what this person said here, though, that they ask for specific daily direction. But they also say, even in that same breath, that you might have to wait a day, a week. But that perhaps that waiting is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So it's almost like no matter what you're doing, you're listening to God's will for you. And the reason why us very special people in the 12 steps We are so lucky because we are convinced that our way is not the best way. We have finally gotten to that place where you're like, well, my best efforts landed me, so many pounds overweight and unable to walk past the mudroom without losing my freaking mind. Okay. Like I could see where I went just by myself. And so it makes me much, much more willing to concede that, okay, perhaps someone might know better for me than I do. And how about a someone who is supposed to be like all knowing, all loving, all powerful, all good? Like, yeah, I'd like to put my trust in that person instead of the me who got me into this whole mess in the first place. And so I think that's something that's really, truly a gift about addicts, about people who find themselves in the 12 steps, is that perhaps if we're lucky enough, if we really committed and believed and acknowledged and accepted step one, that we're powerless over X, Y, or Z, and that it's making our life unmanageable, then we have this extra special, place where we're willing to release that resistance to have all the answers and to always be right and to be able to figure it out and to do it myself. And that is something that some people never, I don't think. Some people, I don't think, ever get to the place where they even think that that might be true for them. And so I think that it is a really special gift of those people who land in the 12-step rooms to have met something that beat them, because that opens us up to acknowledge or believe, or just to have a little willingness that perhaps there could be something bigger, greater out there that is working for this other person that was in the exact same place that I was in and is now in the place that I would like to be, and perhaps it could work for me too. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.